Here it is.
Hello, hello, everyone. Hope everyone is having a great week so far. Happy Tuesday. I am Dr. Chere M. Goode, the Recharge Strategist. I am the founder, CEO of Total Harmony Enterprises, Make Me Over Wellness, Exceptional Wellness Candle Company. I am super excited tonight because I get to talk to another fellow doctor. Dr. Niesha Cherry is going to be talking to us today. We're going to be tapping into your emotional self-care. So so often we talk about self-care as far as the physical aspects. We talk about, spiritual aspects, but what about that mindset? What about that emotional state? And with the state of affairs in the world today, it is imperative that we tune into how we're feeling emotionally, because your emotional wellness is just as important as your physical wellness. So I am going to let Dr. Niesha Cherry come on and tell you about all about her fabulous self and what she has going on. And then we're going to jump into a serious conversation about emotional well-being and tapping into your emotional self-care. So Dr. Cherry, thank you so much for joining me today. You look adorable. You look amazing. You look fabulous. Tell everybody about yourself and a little bit about what you do.
All right. So my name is Dr. Niesha Cherry. I am a certified health coach, professional life coach, certified yoga instructor, and fitness instructor. I coach women on mindset to help them to lose weight, to help them to be healthier, to help them to incorporate self-care, to help them to manage their time to be able to do all of the things that we have to juggle as women. So that's basically what I do in a nutshell. My business is Niesha Cherry Yoga, LLC, and Cherry Blossom Health Coaching. So I love, 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 love helping women, especially because women are the backbones of families. If they are stronger and healthier and happier, their families will be also. And I'm super, super passionate about this. I became passionate about this after losing my mom to breast cancer. And so diseases like breast cancer and diabetes, a lot of those are preventable based on what we're eating. And so that is something that I really, really, really focus on with my clients and with my page and all those things. So that's a little bit about me, Niesha Cherry. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So you and I met on another virtual platform, which was amazing. So we were both talking about self-care. So after we finished, we both were like, listen, we have got to connect. We've got to do something together to bring all this goodness, all of this self-care knowledge that we have combined and bring it together and, help people to really tune into how they're feeling emotionally. So again, like with the state of the world, there's been a lot of tragic news going on. I mean, first we were hit with the COVID-19, which shocked the entire world, sent us all, it was almost like we all were tased because we were like, what in the world just happened? And then turn around and then we have the senseless deaths, at the hands of the police. And so there's a lot going on in the world today, and the emotional roller coaster that the people are going on right now can wreak havoc on their health. So let's talk a little bit about why it's so important to really tap into your emotional well-being and what that looks like when you're saying I'm tapping into my emotional well-being.
So for me personally, I know I had issues with doing this at first. I would brush my emotions under the rug. I would pile them down and I would like try to avoid them. So all of this is like things that you should not do. Take it from me, I know. And so when doing that, basically they kind of like blew up, you know, it makes you be overwhelmed. It makes you overly stressed. It tires you out, like all of those things. So when you tap into your emotional well-being, you know the things that trigger you.
Yeah.
You know the feelings that you're feeling. You take the time to actually sit with those feelings. You don't buffer them with food. You don't buffer them with alcohol or smoking or any of those kinds of things. Because for me, it was food. So I was gaining weight left and right. I'm like, oh snap. They're right here, I'm losing weight. So,
Right.
you know, that's what I did. And so I learned how to
Mhm.
actually deal with my emotions, you know, doing things like journaling and thinking about my thoughts and things like that. And so a lot of times we, you know, default to negativity because that's how the brain is wired, to default to negativity.
Yeah.
When you do that, it does not make you see the results you're looking for. It doesn't make you feel good. It doesn't make you happy. And so we have to
Mhm.
consciously work to make sure that we know what those triggers are so that we can deal with them. We have to make sure
Yeah.
that, yeah, and that we're not brushing our emotions under the rug. Like we actually sit with those emotions. If you're sad, be okay with being sad. You're gonna be sad for a moment. Let the emotions come,
Hmm.
because emotions are basically waves. They're not who we are. We can control them with our thoughts. So yeah,
Absolutely. And I agree with that as far as sometimes we don't even know we're emotionally affected.
right.
And then just one day, like a river starts flowing and you start crying, like, why am I crying so hard? And you didn't realize how things were really like piling up on you and piling up emotionally. I remember, like, with the COVID-19, I've been a nurse for 30 years and we've never dealt with anything like this before. And I can just remember coming home, just feeling really, really emotional and just breaking down crying. And I'm like, wait a minute, this is not me. I'm not a crybaby. Like, I cry on movies and stuff like that, y'all. But I mean, like, just right, to just have like that snot, like couldn't catch my breath, like kind of crying. I was like, what in the world? Like I was rethinking life as a nurse, and I was like, wait a minute, this is affecting me greater than I ever imagined that it would have. And it took me off guard because I had like a couple days where I just boo-hooed. So I had to disconnect.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to know yourself enough to know when you're feeling that overwhelm, and now you've dealt with the situation, but you can't get consumed and you can't get stuck in that situation. So I felt like, okay, you had your 5 minutes to cry. You had your 5 minutes of emotional turmoil. Now it's time to get past that. So I had to turn off my TV, I had to turn off the news and disconnect just so that I could get back to what was really, really important at that moment. Was that, number one, I still needed my livelihood. That this too shall pass. But it's okay to deal with that emotion, but don't stay stuck in that emotional turmoil. Yeah.
Exactly. You'll be down in a rabbit hole. You steady digging deeper and deeper and deeper. And
Yeah.
the deeper you go, the harder it is to come out. So as soon as you notice, oh gosh, I'm falling
Mhm.
down, start
Right.
dealing with that emotion. Find that trigger to get rid of it. Like you said, the news. I talk to my aunt about that all the time because the news comes on all day throughout the day and they're saying the
Yes.
same stuff. So you are just inundating yourself with that and just feeling that emotion and just get sadder and upset and all those things. And it's not helping. So I don't even look at the news. I can get
Yeah.
I check in, I see what's going on, I move on.
Right.
Hmm. Like all day looking at the news,
Yeah, I
no,
have not watched the news at all this week, honestly.
me either. Me either. Because
Yeah, I haven't watched the news at all this week. So
yeah, super depressing. I don't want to be depressed. So I'm not
you're
gonna look at the news all day long. That's a trigger. I know that. So
you're going in and out. You're going in and out a little bit.
uh-oh. Can you hear me?
You're going in and out a little bit. So
Okay.
you're freezing up a tad. Must be something going on with the internet, but we'll keep on going. So a couple other ways that you can tap into your emotional, you're back. I see you now. Another way, some other ways you can tap into your emotional well-being and really control getting consumed is by making sure you're getting proper rest. So I always talk about the imperativeness of adequate sleep. So a
Yeah.
lot of us are sleep deprived. So when you're not getting enough rest, you can't work through whatever problems is going on emotionally in your head. You can't refocus, you can't reboot, you can't, as my shirt says, let's say recharge, you can't recharge. So we have to make sure that we're getting proper rest. It's recommended that we get at least 8 hours of sleep every night. Some people say, oh, that's too much, I don't get enough. You know what your body needs. I need my 8. I need my 8 because otherwise I'm groggy. And so that doesn't help when you're already feeling emotional. It's going to make you even more emotional because you're irritated and tired and fatigued. So that's another way that you have to make sure that you're taking care of yourself emotionally and tapping into that emotional self-care.
I agree. And also, when you're getting enough sleep, that's one thing with the health. Another thing is actually working out, like moving your
Yes.
body. You need to move
Mhm.
your body. So when you move your body, then you're, getting those endorphins, you're releasing
Yes.
some of the cortisol, the stress, like not having that weigh you down. You're letting it go. So letting
Mhm.
go is super important. I teach yoga, like I said before, and we focus a lot on letting go. Letting go anything
Yes.
that's not serving you is really, really, really important. So really thinking about your thoughts and being in control of them, because your thoughts are what create your results. So think about your thoughts and then focus on those that are serving you so that you can be
Mhm.
in a better mental space.
Yeah, and I always have a saying that I say, if it's not going to matter 5 years down the line, don't waste 5 minutes worrying about it.
Ooh, Ooh,
So
love
it's not going to matter 5 years down the line. Why are you wasting 5 minutes worrying about it? So we have to forgive. We have to heal. Some of us are stuck. We're staying, holding on to things. Maybe somebody stepped on your toe 20 years ago and you don't even remember who it was, but you're still mad at them. Like, come on. So we have to let some stuff go. Like you said, let it go.
it.
Turn on a different light. Flick the switch on that one and turn on a different light,
Yeah,
and worry about something more positive. So positivity is definitely a way to keep your emotional state in check as well. So you do that by guarding the things that you listen to, guarding the things that you watch, surround yourself by positive people.
yes,
Get in groups. There are enough social media groups, believe me, that if you don't know anybody personally, you can get on a positive group and socialize with people there. Just get some daily encouragement. Follow people on social media that are positive, like Dr. Niesha Cherry, like myself, who are going to give you that positivity throughout the day and feed you what you need to keep you going, keep you fueled, so that you're recharging your internal batteries, mind, body, and spirit, and not just your gadgets. So,
exactly.
yeah. So, Dr. Laisha, let's talk about a deeper subject where somebody who they just can't get their emotional health in check. Let's talk about what next steps are for that person who feels like, look, I get enough sleep, but I'm still tearful, I'm still crying, I'm feeling like I'm borderline depressed, or I am depressed, I can't get out of the bed some days, I'm
Mhm.
missing meals and not eating some days because I'm just really emotionally stuck. Let's talk to that person right now.
So if you can't do things like all the things that Dr. Cherie just said, and if journaling doesn't work for you because getting those thoughts out on paper, if that doesn't work for you, if doing something called a thought model, which is what I work on with my clients, when you identify the thoughts that's causing certain emotions for you, that are leading to the results that you're getting, such as not being able to get out of the bed. If you can't do things like that, then I would suggest you actually get help.
Mm-hmm.
You can get help from a coach such as us. You can get help from a counselor, a therapist. So getting help is okay. Like, don't feel like, oh, I can't get help. That's
Mm-hmm.
taboo. It's not taboo. That's why we have them. God created people who can help you. So get help from somebody if you can't do the things like journaling, if meditation doesn't work, if doing a thought model does not work, get help from somebody
Mm-hmm.
because we can walk you through it. Sometimes you need somebody to walk you through things. It's perfectly okay. I have a coach, so having a person that you talk to, sometimes you just gotta talk. You just gotta let it out, and that's fine. So talk and
Yeah.
let it out. Share with somebody. Get it off your mind. That would help.
Absolutely. And if you don't know where to find a counselor or a coach, you can always talk to your primary care physician, your doctor. Just talk to them and tell them that you're feeling that. And I noticed that nowadays, when you go for your physical, they're now more keen to ask you those questions. Have you been feeling sad or down? Have you been feeling like you're depressed? Have you had any changes in your eating habits and things like that, or your thought processes? So I think that, I think the world is more shifting now to say we need to pay more close attention to the emotional state, to the mindset, because everything starts in the mind. Before we do anything, it starts with a thought.
Yes.
If our thoughts are interfered with, then that shapes the rest of everything else, the next move, the next plan that we have, how we respond to things. So your mindset, your emotional state is definitely major, and it's important. So please don't ignore signs. If you feel like something is not right, 9 times out of 10 it's not. So it does not hurt to call somebody and say, I just don't feel right, and
Exactly.
talk to somebody.
Exactly.
Another thing, like if you are just having a problem with quieting your thoughts, because some people, like, you're okay, you're not to the point where you need medication, or you feel like, oh, I don't need a counselor, but I just need to calm down a little bit. You can do certain things like aromatherapy. You can
Yes.
light your candles, create a serene atmosphere. Like Dr. Naisha said earlier, get out and move your body, because you're going to get those feel good hormones, those endorphins released. You're going to get the fresh air, which is going to allow more oxygen to your brain, to give you a clearer thought process, to help you be able to make better decisions. You can play soft music. I know, like on the cable channels, I love the sounds of the seasons, or soundscapes or whatever, and I play that, and that tends to calm. Just create a calm atmosphere where it creates a zen moment. I like zen moments. Light the candles, kick your heels up, turn everything off, and just lay there. You can have your eyes open or closed, and just making sure that you're tapping into yourself. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love
what
your
other, what other suggestions do you have?
oh, I had one in my mind when you said that about the aromatherapy. What was meditation and
Yes.
yoga. Yoga is helpful. Like I normally do power yoga, but they also have yin yoga and restorative yoga are much slower. And that is really helpful too, because it's a meditative state. You're focusing on your breath, you're clearing your mind, letting go of whatever is, going on around you. So those are good as well. And
Now, Dr. Niesha, you teach yoga, right? Okay, so a lot of people are sitting here like, all right, I tried yoga and I felt weird. Talk me
why did
through
you
this
feel
now.
weird? Let's tell us about the
Oh,
sound.
maybe I would feel better now because now I take my moments of stillness.
Uh-huh.
But before, I think I felt weird because I wasn't used to sitting still.
Yes. So there are many, many, many types of yoga. So the one that I normally teach, like I said before, is power yoga. So we move more methodically. You move to your breath. But the ones that are slower, you hold the pose for longer. And yes, it can feel weird at first. I took Yim when I was getting my training, I was like, oh my God, what is this? And I was looking around like, what's going on? Because we were supposed to be sitting there still, eyes closed and breathing. And that's different, like you said, because we're so used to going. And we're not really built for that. We are supposed to rest. We are supposed to slow down. That's part of the problem that we have today. Why so many people are not as healthy as they should be because they're not getting adequate rest. They're not getting adequate exercise because you're going, but you're not exercising. You're going at a desk doing work, on a phone call. So moving your body.
Yeah, and I say we need to take out the excuses, hit the delete button on excuses,
Yes.
and hit the elevation button on execution. So even when we're at our desk and we're tapping, we could be doing squats while we're typing.
Yes.
We could be doing calf raises while we're typing. We could be doing a lot of things, So I even like to use a ball and take my shoe off and roll it back and forth, giving myself a mini reflexology session. So, you can do that, especially like people say I suffer from headaches. Focus on your big toe, give yourself some free reflexology. So there are a lot of ways that you can shift your mindset. Also, I like megahertz music. So megahertz music changes the frequency of the brain. So you could literally type up MHZ on YouTube, play that, and it actually calms your mind. And then sound bowl therapy is another thing that I love. So I recently got certified in sound bowl therapy because just doing that, you can gong it. And when you gong the Himalayan bowl, it actually brings you to the moment. And so we have so many thoughts. We have so many thoughts going on in our head in a day that sometimes we just need to call things to order. Boom, stay where you are, stay in this moment, focus on this one thing at a time.
Stay present. Because we're so busy usually focusing on the past or what's next that we don't feel the present moment. So you need to be present, and that also will help you calm yourself emotionally and be in a better emotional state, being present and just taking in the sights and the sounds and the smells and the feelings. And if you're eating something, the taste of what's going on around you, because we don't even know what our food tastes like anymore because we eat so fast. So it's like, do I even really like this food? Like, this don't really taste if I really sit down and chew it long enough, so take your time, breathe, and feel, and just be in the present moment of whatever it is you're doing. And then that makes things more meditative also, which is also, like I said, good for your emotional state.
Absolutely. Another thing I was thinking about when we think about the emotional state is that creating positive memories actually helps our brains. So I don't know, it seems like after my dad died in 2009, it seems like now I love taking pictures. I was like, they'll never have a problem finding a picture of me, so like I know people will be like, oh, she's a selfie queen. It's not just because I love myself. I do love myself, but it's not just that. I feel like we didn't have enough pictures of him when he was alive. And I feel like we need to create more positive memories and that even helps your emotional state, because then you have something to go back and reflect on. Because we run this rat race of life all the time, sometimes we don't really appreciate the things we've accomplished. We don't appreciate moments that we've had with family. Like you said, those moments of being in that moment, we all have the same 24 hours, but we all are rushing around. So we really don't value things, but taking that picture can give us a memory or something to focus on later of a time when we were maybe happy or joyful. And, God forbid someone leaves us, that we have that to reflect back on to help our emotional state. And because pictures tell 1,000 words. They make us laugh, they make us smile, they make us cry. They can do a lot of different things. They can make us proud. So, pictures, that's something that I've always found that has helped my emotional state as well.
And I do selfie Sunday like every week. So I have a picture Sunday of myself. Um,
I knew we
encourage
connected
others to
for a
do it.
reason.
I encourage others to do it too.
Love on yourself.
Yeah,
That is too
self-love and
funny.
self-care is very important. And if you
Yes,
have self-love and
absolutely.
self-care, you will be in a better emotional state. So yes,
Yes.
it all ties together.
Yeah, and doll up. I mean, like I tell ladies, I'm like, ladies, doll up for nothing. I'll walk out the door, my neighbors will be like, and where are you going? Look, during the coronavirus, where are you going? I said, sometimes a girl just gotta look cute for no reason at all. Had
Yes,
my heels on, had my shoes on. When you look good, you feel good.
feel good. Yes.
So create the energy that you want to feel. So put
Mm-hmm.
on your brightest lipstick, put on your color, your bright colors. Colors exude energy. They actually shape your emotions. So like the bright colors, like the yellows, the oranges, the reds,
Mm-hmm.
the green. Well, green helps to calm you, but the brighter greens can help to boost your mood.
Yes.
They give you life, vitality, energy. And so don't, if you're already in an emotional state and you're feeling sad or humdrum, don't go pick out the darkest colors in your closet. You want to pick out bright, vibrant colors that's going to give you more energy and put some pep in your steps. So when you walk out that door, you're giving off that energy that you want to receive back. And smile, people, smile. It
Yeah,
is a free way to cheer yourself up and to cheer up others.
absolutely. I love red. Red and pink. I always have a pop of red or pink on my lips. Yes.
Yes,
And I'll mix
yes,
it
girl. So is there any other like final tips that you would like to give everyone about tapping into their emotional well-being?
Yeah, so I don't think I said setting boundaries. So setting boundaries,
Yes.
because people will run you ragged. So you're gonna have to learn to say no. If you say no to others and saying yes to yourself, that is okay.
And make that a complete sentence.
That is
That is a
exactly.
complete sentence. No.
No, exactly. You don't have to tell nobody why. It's not your job to explain why to anybody. You just say no.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't. You don't even have to say that. You just be like no. Do you want? Nope.
Because when you're saying no to others, that means you're saying yes to yourself.
Yes,
And that you understand that maybe I'm pushing myself beyond my limitations at this point, or maybe I've already put too much on my plate. Maybe, saying
exactly.
no means that, oh, I gotta go to bed, or saying no means this is my me time and you're ready to interfere with that. So no, I can't. And it's okay to say no. And we have to stop judging people because they're doing what's best for them.
Right.
So when someone says no, we have to take that emotion out of that and just know that, you know what, I don't need to know why they can't do it. That's it.
And don't feel guilty about yourself saying no. And don't judge yourself for saying no to other people. It's okay to say no. Practice gratitude. So when you practice gratitude, you always find a reason to be happy and smile because we have a lot of abundance. Even if we're not rich, it's okay. We still have abundance. We have food to eat, a place to live. We're on the internet. We can talk to each other like we're in front of each other. That's abundance. Like so, living and thinking in that space of abundance. Um, Practice positive self-talk. A lot of times when we talk to ourselves, we're like, oh, you can't do that, or something like that. That's
Right.
not going to lead you anywhere positive. So practice positive self-talk. Get rid of that negative Nancy that's on the inside.
Yeah,
Um,
nobody likes a Debbie Downer.
yeah, right. Nobody likes to get down. No. And then take responsibility. Like sometimes you just gotta take responsibility for whatever is happening, whatever has happened, or whatever. Just be like, I own it. Moving on.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah,
Um,
what am I going to do about it? I own it. It's my fault that maybe that thing happened or that situation arose. But what am I going to do so it never happens again? So I'm not stuck in the same place again. Yeah.
right.
I like
Exactly. And let's see, I had some notes here. Oh, have fun. So like something that is fun for you,
yeah.
have fun every day. Like a day should not go by that you didn't have some kind of fun doing something,
Mm.
because life is too short. You are too important. Have fun on a regular basis. Every single day of your life. I have fun every day. Every day I have a big belly laugh at something. Like I'm laughing and having a good time every single day of my life because I know life is too short. There's no way I'm gonna go a day without being happy. Um, yeah. So I think
Pets is another good. Pets are helpful when it comes to your emotional state as well. They first of all, they're non-judgmental. They love you the same regardless. They come and they love up on you. When they see you, they're always happy to see you. So I don't have pets, but my son is home from college, so he has a um I forget this little puppy, but this dog, he's so used to being around me now that he comes and he lays right up under my legs, and he's such a joy, and he wants to jump up and he wants to hug you, he wants to lick you and kiss you. And it actually boosts your mood, whether you realize it or not, because I'm like, oh my God, come on, Louie, like, get away, Louie. But he'll come right back. He's like, I'm not leaving you alone. But I love that. And he'll just lay right at your feet, and it's so comforting. So
Mhm.
pets is another good way to just shift your emotional state, tapping into your emotional state and really taking care of yourself. And our notes are kind of the same, because I do the 8 recharge pillars of self-care. And
Mhm.
one of them that you mentioned about speaking up for yourself and saying no, I have self-advocacy as my number one.
Ah,
Self-advocacy, teaching others how to treat you by the way you treat yourself,
yes.
and saying no without an apology and without an explanation. And
Mhm.
then there's nutrition. You touched on that. You talked about eating healthy. The foods that we eat can impact our emotions as well.
Absolutely.
And we don't want to binge eat. Stay away from the sugary foods. Our body really does not like sugar, and our body doesn't like a lot of fat. So you have to be careful what you're eating.
Mhm.
Eat nutritious, healthy foods. Your body will thank you later. And then I
Mhm.
have movement, which we talked about movement, releasing those feel good hormones. Then after you move around, you got to relax. So the next one is relaxation and meditation. We talked about those. And then forgiveness and healing, not staying stuck. It's up to you how long you let what hurt you haunt you. It's up to
Ooh.
you how long you let what hurt you haunt you. Let go of some things. And then last but not least is celebration. And you talked about having fun every day. So you didn't even know my 8 recharge pillars. So that tells you
Yeah.
spirits. And we touched on every one of those 8 recharge pillars without you even knowing that those were my 8 recharge pillars. So I love it. I love that we're on the same page.
Yes.
And again, for everyone that's tuned in, we're tapping into your emotional self-care. So it's okay to look good. It's okay to, to make sure that you have a higher source. But what are you telling your mind? What are you feeding your mind? How are you nurturing your mindset, your emotions, to make sure that you are well in that area of life? Because we're a 3-part puzzle. If one part of that puzzle is missing or it's bent, you don't get the full picture. You don't get that beautiful picture of who you truly are. So it's definitely important. So
Mhm.
Dr. Niesha, tell everybody how they can reach you and find out more information about what you do and where they can get those yoga classes. I'm gonna have to come check you out.
You guys, you can reach me on social media, all social media platforms. I am either Niesha Cherry, Niesha, Cherry like the fruit, or Dr. Niesha Cherry. So everything, that's what I am. My email is Niesha at nieshacherry.com. So very simple. My website is nieshacherry.com. So very simple on there too. So yoga, I basically what I do now is I offer these services to my clients so I can make sure that I'm not like wearing myself thin. So I do virtual yoga or in person with my clients, and also virtual workouts with my clients. And then I have on YouTube lots of videos with workouts and yoga and coaching. And so on YouTube, I am uh, youtube.com/C/Dr. Niesha Cherry. So everything is my name pretty much, either Niesha Cherry or Dr. Niesha Cherry. And yeah, you can reach me that way. You can text me at 678-902-5449, or if you call me, leave a message because I don't always answer. So yeah, those are the ways you can reach me. Feel free to hit me up if you have any questions, thoughts, or comments. Feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel, to follow me on social media. Feel free to just ask me a question. I don't mind. I love helping people. That's my passion. So I am here.
And we're live streaming on Facebook. And somebody said, thank you so much for mentioning cortisol.
Ah,
Cortisol is huge. When you're stressed out, it dumps right into your belly. And
mm,
ladies, we always trying to have that flat stomach. We want to look good now, bathing suits and all that good stuff. We're always talking about that midsection. Well, guess what? For men and women, when you are stressing, when you're not emotionally well, cortisol is dumping straight into your belly. Ladies,
right.
if your waist size is greater than 35, men, if your waist size is greater than 40, you are directly predisposing yourself to heart attack and strokes.
Mhm.
So we have to get that waistline, get that gut health in order. Everything starts in the gut. Reduce your sugar. It's going to make you feel a lot better. It's going to make your gut happy.
Yeah.
Ladies, it's going to reduce the yeast in your body. For those ladies who may have yeast problems, sugar is the culprit of a lot of those things.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
look, I got the thumbs up from Dr. Niesha, so I know what I'm talking about.
I need to do another sugar detox because I did that with my Facebook group. Oh yeah, my Facebook group. You all can join that too. All things health, wellness, and yoga. Um, yeah, so we talk about being healthy, losing weight, yoga. We have challenges every month, basically. We inspire and motivate each other, support each other in our goals. Like this month, we focus on productivity as well as abs. But with abs, it's not your exercise, like Dr. Cherie said. It's you're eating. Like get rid of the sugar, and your stomach will go down. And once it's flat, then you know the abs are sugar.
I'm celebrating. I stepped on the scale this morning. I'm down 52 pounds. So I am over here celebrating today.
Woo!
And
Yes.
I did it naturally
Mm-hmm.
with decreasing my sugar and
Mm-hmm.
intermittent fasting. Literally, it hasn't even been a year yet. July will make a year. 52 pounds gone. I don't want it back. I'm saying it's gone. It's
Right.
released,
Right.
it's not lost because I'm not finding it.
Don't find it. Don't find it. I'm down 30 pounds, and
Yes.
I do intermittent fasting too. I enjoy
Okay.
intermittent fasting
I do
because
too.
it's like less you got to think about when it comes to food. Because I don't be want to think about food all day. Like I don't want to think about, oh, what am I gonna eat? So it's like releasing mind drama. It's one less thing I gotta think about. So I love it.
And it increases your focus as well. So
Mm-hmm.
you would think, oh, oh my God, I'm gonna feel like I'm starving. Honestly, your body adjusts to what you're used to doing. And so like some days I'm like, oh, I haven't eaten. Let me
Right.
eat. I haven't eaten yet. And I'm
Right.
so focused and I'm getting so much accomplished. Because
Mm-hmm.
when you eat sometimes, depending on what you eat, it makes you sluggish and drowsy and groggy. And
Yep.
you want to take a nap. Well, I don't have a time to take a nap. I'm trying to make some moves. I'm grinding right now.
Yes, ma'am.
So intermittent fasting has definitely been good for me and the sugarless living. I try to do 10 grams or less of sugar a day. And so
Yeah.
for most days, I'm successful. Every now and then I get that craving. And if I want it, I go ahead and eat it because I'm like, do what your body says, whatever feels good to you. There is no right or wrong.
Right.
It's just your goals for your own body. So
That is
when
true.
I want that little honey bun, I might do it.
You don't even want it that often because you don't have sugar that much. The more
That's
sugar
right.
you have, the more you want it. So
Yeah,
yes.
absolutely. Well,
Mm-hmm.
thank you so much, Dr. Niesha, for giving us your time today. We were a couple minutes late, and it was my fault, y'all. So that's that overbooking your schedule. So I'm taking the blame for that. I'm owning it. I'm owning up to my mess. That's what Dr. Niesha said. We have to own up to our mess. So I'm owning up to my mess. I had the wrong time. I thought we were supposed to start at 9, and it was really 8. And I'm the one that craved the flyer, y'all. But it's okay. It's called imperfection. It's called imperfection, and we're still here. You're still getting the juicy nuggets. So
Yes.
we love you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please check out my girl, Dr. Niesha Cherry. You'll hear more from us. We're going to do something else good together.
Yes.
We're going to brainstorm and see what else we can get going because we have some synergy here, and I love it. Again,
Yes.
I am Dr. Chere M. Goode, the Recharge Strategist and Self-Care Master. I am the owner, founder, CEO of Total Harmony Enterprises, Make Me Over Wellness, an exceptional wellness candle company. Please check my website out, totalharmonyenterprises.com. On all your social media, I am at Dr. Chere M. Goode. Y'all Google-licious. Y'all can Google me if you want. You can go on my YouTube channel. Everything is Chere M. Goode, the Recharge Strategist. And everybody have a great evening. Don't forget to tap into your emotional well-being. You are a 3-part puzzle, mind, body, and spirit. They all have to be well in order for you to be whole. Good night.
Man, good night.